says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain and shine. Leave your Sunday best at home, be the last time.
The light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
On the car, it's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you look the part. I'm about to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba. Dive while he driving, shawty rockin', and I maneuver. I know you like it when I put it, yeah. Maybe you should bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper, and I ain't gon' chase you, baby, I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord. The light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, so we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Oakland Raiders. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down, Carr completes it right side to Cooper. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlight at wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Going to try and throw on third down. Caught left side to Crabtree. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
On second down, Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 11 carries, 75 yards for Freeman in the game against New England. But remember, a lot of those came on the first carry. He had a good second carry, but then they didn't use him a lot late.
Yeah, I saw them getting to the perimeter early. You see how they stretched out New England's big defensive line? And then as they substitute, they started to try and go back inside. But a lot of people think maybe they didn't run the ball enough in the Super Bowl and maybe even eat some clock, especially with the lead that they had. But they also were able to use Devontae Freeman in the passing game. Remember late of 28-20, faked it to him inside, then threw it to the flat, and he got a big play that way as well.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So on fourth down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He finds Latavius Murray. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Oakland. 47 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
We ready? Wide and eight. Wide and eight.
Carr to throw on second down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree, 30 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the possession will switch over to the Atlanta Falcons. And this offense so good for 3/4 of the Super Bowl, Charles. At one point, the advanced metrics had them at a 99.5% chance to win. It just seemed like everything was going their way, and then the fourth quarter happened.
I think when we review this game, and we say, okay, where did it get away from the Falcons? What was the number of plays the Patriots ended up running for the game?
93.
And the Falcons ran 46. So they wore down their defense on that one. But look at what they did on offense. They were averaging big-time yardage, running it, passing it, had everything going their way. A 25-point lead should still be enough to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, almost 6 yards per rush, almost 9 yards per pass for the Falcons. A gain of 3, second down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On second down, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 15 yards there for number 15.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. They come up in an offset eye. A toss to Murray. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Here's Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 40 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Ryan on first down. Flush to his right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. What an amazing season it was for Julio Jones, the Super Bowl. Maybe the best catch we've seen all year, that toe tap on the sideline. He finished with 87 yards, but something you told me is astounding. 4 catches in that game, only 4 targets, too.
Yeah, and if you watch the game unfold, which I know you did, how many times did you see on the replays the number of white shirts of the New England Patriots in the vicinity of Julio Jones? He'd run a route, 2 to 3 guys in his area every time. That's the reason the targets were so low. But he maximized them, didn't he? 4 targets, 4 catches. And that sideline catch, I thought it was going to be intercepted. And he ended up having the concentration to hold on to it and still get both feet down.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Ryan. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now Ryan on second down. And finding the tight end Hooper. Matt Ryan had 2 touchdown passes against New England, the first of which went to Austin Hooper. And he was targeted 6 times, somewhat surprisingly the most targets by any Falcons receiver.
Well, there was so much concentration on Julio Jones, and then you had Mohamed Sanu. He was going to attract a lot of attention. Taylor Gabriel had a big year. He had led the Falcons in touchdown receptions, so people forgot a little bit about Austin Hooper. But he's one of those tight ends that you're getting nowadays out of college who look more like a wide receiver when they run routes. How about the 3rd and 9 where he caught the touchdown pass, where he beat the one-on-one coverage of the safety? We'll see more of that in the future from him, I believe, in Atlanta.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Again, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That was a nice...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on third and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Murray looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On the tackle that time, Tyson Jackson.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Second down following the incompletion. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
We ready? Wide at the 8. Wide at the 8. Hey.
Here's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
To throw, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good.
Them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons are going to get it at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On second down, here's Ryan surveying the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Back in position. When they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And the play clock's running down. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Andre Holmes, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it is now 21-0. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. trying to shake off the interception. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see it.
This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really, really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
Now Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On first down, Murray. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down following the run. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
We ready? Red 18.
Carr. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Out is Janikowski now for the Raider field goal try.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back back to the air here after the INT. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Weems to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Freeman again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Now Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got size, the hands.
Speed, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Travis Carey there to make the tackle. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On third down, Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Finding Gabriel complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Let's go.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Well, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leading the game, I'm going to show them this play, because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. A handoff. It's Murray. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.